You guys. I am so sorry. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Listen, I've been trying to get it to act right. It wouldn't act right. Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Dr. V's on the road again. Come on in. Yes. I got to go to Bradenton, Sarasota. So, yes, I am on the road. On the road again. But I wanted to make sure that I came on and just shared this with you guys. Look, um, make sure you guys go ahead and share. Hey, Corey. I can't see who else has commented, y'all, because y'all know my phone was acting the fool. You know I don't like this. This stuff in the back seat in my video. We like it. Y'all go ahead and share and let me know when you've shared. Share and let me know when you've shared. Hey, Catherine, I saw your text, girl, but I was trying to get out the door. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, April. Great day, everyone. Great day. So listen, as I was getting in the car, my husband had loaded it up. He was waiting for me. He's so attentive. He wanted to make sure that he was there to assist me and get everything in the vehicle that needed to be in the vehicle so that I didn't leave anything. Um, and I was thinking about, God, what is it that you want to say to your people? And then when I got in the car, I heard him say, don't lose focus on your goal. Don't lose focus on your goal. Hey, Antoine, how are you? Don't lose focus on your goal or of your goal. Don't lose focus. Listen, so often we have a goal and then life begins to happen and you know, we begin to back up and we begin to make excuses and we begin to move in fear. But look, don't lose focus of your goals. Great morning, Daddy. I love you. You gotta stay focused. And let me tell you why. Hold on, let me put on my do not disturb. You got to stay focused. And the reason that you got to stay focused is a failure to focus is the number one reason why people do not achieve their goals, right? Well, actually, it's number two. Number one is they don't make them. And normally people don't make goals out of fear. They don't achieve goals because they get distracted or, life begins to happen or, they just feel like it's not going to happen, so I might as well quit now. But the truth of the matter is, goals are designed to keep you on a track, keep you on a track. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is going to go exactly the way you want it to go or the way you think it should go. It simply means that you have a target. If there is no target, you hit anything or you hit nothing, right? If there's no target, you hit anything or you hit nothing. You got to have targets, right? You got to have targets. Listen, my target is destiny. My target is destiny. And along my way, God begins to reveal to me different things that are a part of that journey to destiny. And when he does that, then I go with him, I go with him and I say, okay, God, well, let's do it. Look, I have to be in Bradenton at 4 o'clock for an event. I have to be there at 4 o'clock for an event. And I had to make some decisions. I was up really late because I fell asleep early. So then I was up and I was just getting stuff together. And in my closet that has fallen down. My husband put up, and it is so sturdy. Baby did a good job. Baby, you did a great job on that. It can hold my clothes now. All what you say, 100 and some pounds. You said more than that. I can't remember how much you said, but it was a lot of pounds. But when I finally went to sleep, I took some dreaming, and I knocked out, and I woke up, and it was about 6 o'clock. Now, ideally, I would have liked to have been on the road by 6:30, but God knows what's best. My husband, says to me, I'm the retired one, but you're the one that doesn't care about time. And it's not that I don't care about time, it's that I understand that God's timing is perfect. And so when I have delays or when I'm struggling with doing something, I know there's a reason for the struggle. And so what I have to do is learn the lesson. I have to trust God, and I have to go forward. So I put in the address of where I'm going and discovered that it was going to take me even less time than I had previously anticipated. Look at God. So even leaving later, I'm still going to get there earlier, actually almost 2 hours earlier than I need to. See, that's why I try not to stress about time, get worked up about time. I just try not to do it because life is too short, and I don't have time for added stress, okay? But we have to be intentional and not lose focus, not lose track, not lose sight of our goals. I have some very specific income goals. We have some things that we're going to do, and so we have some goals that we have to meet not in order, because God can do what He wants to do, however He chooses to do it. But we have some income goals. We have some business goals. We have some life goals. I've got some ministry goals. You got to have goals. Great morning, Sissy. How are you? You got to have goals. And when you have goals, listen, they're not necessarily etched in stone. They're pliable, which means that you can modify them. You can adjust them. They give you a starting point, though, from which to work, a starting point for you to deal with, for you to be there, a starting point. Don't lose track of them. And don't allow people with their mess and their issues and their stuff to distract you from them. Let me tell you what I know. We're in a season of accelerated everything, a season of suddenlies, a season of more than you ever imagined. We're in that season, and things are going to happen quickly, expeditiously. And so what you've got to know is you've got to be in position for what God is doing in this season. The failure to be in position will cause you to miss out on some things that God is trying to do in your life. So why am I saying this? Because we find ourselves allowing all kinds of excuses in our minds. There are reasons, legitimate reasons why we can't do things, or legitimate reasons why we haven't done things, legitimate reasons why. And I say legitimate reasons because in our minds they're legitimate, but sometimes they are simply excuses. Because if God tells you to do a thing, if God gives you an unction to do a thing, there's a reason that He's given you that unction. God don't just go around unctioning us for no reason. So if He gives you an unction, follow the unction of God, the unction of the Holy Spirit. Why? It will never lead you astray. It will never lead you wrong. It's always going to have you where you need to be, when you need to be there, if you will just follow. But you have to follow. You can't say, well, I can't do this because I don't have enough money. I can't do this because I don't have time. I can't do this because I don't have a way. I can't do this because, I can't, no one's going to do it with me. I can't do this because, I'm scared. I can't do this because it's too much. I can't do this because it's too far. I can't do this because, listen, because I'm telling you something. God is always going to stretch you beyond what you think you can do. Always going to stretch you. If You in your mind say, oh, yeah, I can do that easily. Oh, listen, God didn't need to tell you that. It's those things that stretch you, where God is saying, I need you to come up higher. I need you to call this person that you ain't talked to in over a decade. Text them, message them, and just let them know that they were on your mind and that you love them and you're praying for great success in their life. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. God been dealing with somebody about calling or contacting or reaching out to somebody who is from their past, but y'all gotten disconnected for whatever reason. And I receive it for me too. You've got to listen to the voice of God and do what he says do. Even if it seems crazy, even if it seems unlikely, you still got to do it. Why? God specializes in the unlikely and the impossible. He specializes in that. Because what it does is it makes it clear that nobody but him could have done it. Like nobody but God could have done that. When I look at my husband and I, our marriage, our relationship, I know nobody but God could have put us together. Nobody could have done. Listen to me. Hear me when I tell y'all this. We run around trying to force our will on God instead of seeking God's will for us, and wonder why we end up with all these messes in our life. If you are consistently forcing your will on God, he'll give it to you. He will. He's a good daddy like that. He's going to give you what you ask for. You keep asking for something repeatedly, he's going to say, I really don't think that's what you need. That's not what's going to be best for you, but okay. And he'll take his hands off of it. And then you'll say, God, bless this. Well, I didn't do it. You did it. God, fix this. I didn't do it. You did this. I had something else for you, but you couldn't wait for me. You wanted to do it on your own, and so now you got a mess. Now you want me to fix the mess that I told you not to get in the first place. Huh? We've got to stop forcing our will or trying to force our will on God and allow God's will for us to manifest in our life. And it may not happen in the time we want. It may not happen the way we want, but when it happens, it's going to happen. Angel number 122, in impeccable timing, because God's timing is absolutely impeccable. It is flawless, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that happens in our life that is not happening for us. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that we encounter in our life that God doesn't use for us. There is nothing that anyone can do to us that God won't turn around and use it for our good. What the enemy meant for evil, God is working it out for our good. So it doesn't matter what people do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they move, how shiesty they move. And none of that stuff matters, because at the end of the day, God is going to make that shiestiness work for you. Be shiesty. Tell them. Be shiesty. Because God is working it out for my good. It's something about their shiestiness, something that they're doing. My God, I feel this strongly. There's something about what they're doing that's setting you up for a greater blessing than you had even anticipated. Somebody needs to look at somebody and say, be shiesty. I don't even use that word. I don't know why that's the word that God just gave me. Shiesty. My God. Let me tell you something. Naaman thought he was going to be shiesty when it came to Esther and Haman. He thought he was going to be shiesty when it came to God's chosen people. He thought he was going to be shiesty. So he went to the king, and he began to tell the king all these things, and had the key do a royal edict, which is a proclamation about the people and what if they do this, then they've got to die. He was being shiesty. And I know Esther probably felt some type of way, because Haman comes to her and says, listen, you got to go to the king. And she said, whoa, now, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Now, I can't just go in there now. He said, you got to go to the king. So Esther said, okay. Well, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a 3-day fast. And then at the end of the 3 days, then I'll go to the king, right? She understood, first of all, that she couldn't do that in her flesh. Because if she did it in her flesh, it would work against her and would cost her her life. But she knew that if God had it for her to do, that God would cover and protect her. So whatever happened, she put her life in God's hand. But she wasn't going to just do it willy-nilly. She said, hey, listen, we're going to fast and pray that God might go before, okay? And that's exactly what she did. And God went before her, and she went into the king. And he extended his royal scepter to her. Now, had he not extended his royal scepter, she would have been killed. But he extended his royal scepter, and she had the opportunity to plead for the lives of her people. And he listened. And the same thing that Haman had said, Naaman and Haman, I think that's right. Naaman had set up, I think that's his name, yeah. Now, Haman is not Haman, the same thing Haman set up for her cousin uncle. Y'all, what's his name? Start with an M. I done called the man the wrong name. Mordecai. Listen, y'all, listen early. The same thing he had set up for Mordecai. The same thing that he had set up for his destruction. Haman ended up being the one that died. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to hear me real good. I'm going to lean a little close, okay? There are people who are trying to crucify you. They're trying to set you up. They've got a hangman's noose prepared for you. But the same noose that they prepared for you is going to be the noose that kills them. The same setup that they got for you is going to be what takes them out of the equation, and if they're not careful, out of the world. So don't sweat it. What you need to do is say, be shiesty. Be shiesty. Listen, because their shiestiness is working for your good. See, this is why you can't lose track of your goals. Don't lose track of your goals. Remember where you're going. Remember where you're headed. You ain't got time to get distracted by the shystiness of others. You got to focus on what it is that God is doing, how it is that God is moving in your life, and let him take care of the rest. Look, when God said, okay, this is what I want you to do, I said, okay, God. So next Friday, the CVO co-founder of Envision You is going to be in Panama City. God said it, I believed it. If God put it in my spirit, I'm going to be like, listen, will you? And I'm going to believe that it's going to happen. And it did. He's coming to Panama City. Can't fly directly from Fort Lauderdale because he's on a whole tour. Can't fly directly from Fort Lauderdale, so he's got to fly into another city and drive over. But he's doing it. And God is getting ready to do some stuff with that. Beyond just the business. He's going to do some stuff business-wise, but beyond just the business, God is getting ready to do some stuff with that. And then God said, do an event Saturday. Okay, God. Do an event Saturday. Listen, on Saturday, we're doing the I Am Alive conference. The I Am Alive conference. And that conference is designed to move you from surviving to really living your life. living life and life more abundantly. Y'all know I say it all the time. You know, I love you to life and life more abundant. Okay? It's time to move into your abundant life. Y'all need to go and register. We got a virtual option, but if you can get to the city, get to the city. So this top one, the one that's up there, that's the one for Friday night. That's the registration for Friday night. The conference is the one below. To register for Friday night, and I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna wanna. I'm gonna tell you what I heard God say this morning. He said, "I'm breaking the shackles of poverty off the minds of people." He said, "I'm breaking the shackles of poverty off the minds of people." I'm breaking the shackles of poverty off the minds of people. We need that because let me tell you something about that poverty mindset. It will make you not move in arenas that God is trying to move you in. It'll make you not do things that God is telling you to do. It'll have you feeling like it's impossible and therefore. No, God says, listen, I'm doing some things, but I need your assistance in doing it. I need your assistance. Help me, help you. So, look, Friday night, he'll be in. Saturday morning, he's going to do a special session with us in the morning for the I Am Alive conference. Um, and we got hotel rooms blocked, everything, y'all. I know it's last minute. I get it. But do you know that God specializes in those last minute moves? Oh my God, he specializes in them. Those last minute moves of faith. Oh, God works with those. He works with those. So those who can get here, those who can't get here, register for the virtual conference. We've got both live and virtual options. We got the general session, which is 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's nice. That suburban is nice. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the VIP includes the general and then an afternoon session from 1:30 to 4:30 when we talk about getting out of your way and really bringing into manifestation the abundance that God has called us for. Because the truth of the matter is, some of us just got all this stuff that's weighing us down and keeping us from being able to get on the other side. So I know that God is getting ready to do some amazing things. We've got some incredible speakers who are lined up. April Green Anderson is going to be in the building. Nurse David Whitfield is going to be in the building. Dr. Samantha Phillips is going to be in the building. None other than our CVO, David Imanitier. Mr. David Imanitier is going to be in the building. Y'all got to understand, this man is a multimillionaire at 40 years old. A multimillionaire at 40 years old. Multimillionaire. Chief Visionary Officer. Founder of a foundation. Come on, y'all. At 40. And he's African American. He's black. Come on, you got to get that man some props. Listen, y'all can miss it if you want to. What I know is I'm going to be obedient to the letter of the law and do everything that God has told me to do. In fact, God told me to cover some VIP tickets for some women who are victims of domestic violence and domestic abuse to make sure that they're able to get in, to make sure that they're able to be there. And that's what I'm doing. Because, listen, what I know is there are some things that you need in order to break out of the cycles that keep you in certain states. And there are some things that have to happen to deprogram you after you have been in an abusive relationship because your thought processes have been altered and shifted. There are just some things. And I'm excited to see what God does. I'm excited to see what God does. We want God to do all this stuff for us, but we don't want to put seed in the ground. I'm excited to see what God does. with this move and in these women's lives, because I believe. I don't just believe that children are our future. I believe that we have the ability to shape the future that we desire, the one that God has had for us all along. I love it when my daddy says that. So make sure you go to bit.ly/Alive Panama to register for our Friday night event, and bit.ly/I Am Alive Panama to register for the second event. And what I'm going to do is a portion of the proceeds from the I Am Alive conference, I'm going to donate to the I Am Alive Foundation. I just know that God is trying to help people, and I want to be a part of the helping. So make sure that you guys go register. And then Saturday night, we've got a live service in Panama City. It's going to be off the chain. Pastor Shay Wells Thomas is going to be preaching. Prophetess April Green Anderson is going to be preaching. And myself, we're going to do a tag team experience on Life More Abundant. Life more abundant. Baby, we get ready to break down the word of God and allow God to speak through us to do what it is that he desires to do. So I'm super excited about that, excited about how God is going to show up, excited about how he's going to move, and more excited about how God is going to be glorified in the things that we do and the things that take place. So look, y'all, know this. Know that I absolutely love you to life. And if you want to sponsor somebody for the conference, say, Dr. V, I can't come, but I want to sponsor somebody. I can't be there, but I want to sponsor somebody. Let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. We'll make sure that that happens. Matter of fact, those of you who are unable to come but you purchase a virtual ticket, I'm going to match it with a get one free live ticket. I'm going to match it with a get one free live ticket. Yeah, yeah. Look, we're going to see what God does. I just know that he's up to something. All right, you guys, know this. Know that I absolutely love you guys to life and life more abundant. It's yours. Grab hold. You guys have an amazing and incredible day. Mwah.